up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is TishaTheBrave. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing okay. Alright. Today I'm here to talk about the spiritual lessons that I've learned from Samurai Champloo. Before we get into the video, I know there's at least one or two of you who haven't pressed that subscribe button, okay? So subscribe to me and join the Bravers, which is the family name for my subscribers. This is a series that I'm currently doing, and it's spiritual lessons that I've learned from whatever anime I feel like talking about. I've already done one on Bleach, so check that out right here. And also, if you're interested in other content, why not check out my spiritual podcast that I have called Sisterly Synergy with my podcast partner D. She's really cool. She's amazing. And we have a YouTube channel, so you can check out our podcast on there if you enjoy spiritual content, which I'm sure you do, which is why you're on my channel. Obviously, there are going to be spoilers, so if you actually want to watch this anime, then I suggest you watch it, you come back to this, and have a conversation in the comment sections down below. As always with this series, I'm going to start off with the main character's zodiac signs because I think that's a fun thing for us to do. Now, normally I would do sun, moon, and rising for the main character, but since there are three main characters, I'm just gonna go in with what I believe their sun signs are. So with Fu, I believe that she's a Gemini. She convinced two strangers to actually travel with her to find the sunflower samurai, and she's willing to find the samurai who smells the sunflowers. So basically, Geminis govern short distance travel, Sagittariuses govern world travel. To me, she's a Gemini because she's also stayed in Japan. She didn't go outside like a Sagittarius would normally go. And also like the fact that she befriended two strangers. That's very air sign like generally. So Fu's a Gemini to me. Mugen is a textbook Aries. Aries are people who put their energy first before they think. Mugen is definitely that person, though even the way he fights is not in a normal way. You know, he actually incorporates hip-hop breakdancing into his fighting style, and he's very competitive and things piss him off a lot. That's a textbook Aries if I've ever seen one, right? Jean is definitely a Virgo. To me, he's calculated, he's very smart, he's very knowledgeable, he's willing to protect other people. He's not really talkative, he's kind of inwards about himself because he's always in his own brain kind of calculating and analyzing the risks here. So Jean is definitely a Virgo, like that makes a lot of sense to me. So what are the lessons that I've learned from Samurai Champloo? The first thing is first, taking a risk can pay off. So Fu basically took a risk by, you know, taking these strangers on board to help her find the samurai who smells the sunflowers. And along the way, they went through many of these dangerous adventures. And, you know, throughout that time, we had Mugen, who eventually ended up facing his past, Jean, who ended up facing his past. I feel like Fu had a lot of risk happen on her part, especially her being such a young girl in the Edo period. And like, she also had to bail herself out in some of these circumstances. How many times have we looked back in our lives and looked at all the dangerous or silly or even really crappy scenarios that we've had in our lives, and we can look back at it and say, you know what, if it wasn't for that circumstance, I wouldn't be here today and I wouldn't be the person that I am today. That's what I see when I look at this anime in particular. There's so many dangerous circumstances, but in the end, even when they separated, I feel like there was some personal growth that happened that was just unexplainable to them. Alright, number two, perseverance is the key to success. One of my favorite episodes of Samurai Champloo, outside of Bogus Booty and the baseball episode, is definitely the episode where Mugen learns how to write. First of all, the fact that in this episode that Mugen wasn't actually doing a lot in terms of like his physical energy was just really cool to watch, because now we're seeing him struggle mentally, right? He has to now compete with himself to actually learn how to write, and his teacher is not letting him leave. Teacher's almost encouraging him, and it's actually really cool to actually watch Mugen kind of go through this struggle, but also persevering in something that he doesn't actually normally like to do. He doesn't like to sit still, he doesn't like to do this, but in the end he learned how to write, and he's tagging up the place, creates his own little infinity symbol, and it's just really cool to watch. And also that episode in general is just hilarious because Fu thinks that, you know, they're fighting over her beauty. In fact, they're fighting over Momo. Anyway, it was hilarious to watch. But perseverance is the key to success. How many times have we actually given up on the thing that we desire the most? A lot of us have these dreams and these goals and these aspirations that we're actually putting on the back burner because we're too afraid to kind of face it. Mugen had to face his fears head on. He already knows that he's not the smartest guy and this is a struggle, but he had the perseverance, even at what I would say his wit's end, to carry on doing what he did, and just look how happy it made him. So we need to understand that if we persevere and if we keep putting our energy towards this thing that we want to do, that it will eventually get us somewhere. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is acts of service. Yes, Fu saved the lives of Jin and Mugen, and that's why they're actually there helping her. But let us take into account that every time they are traveling, Jin and Mugen are risking their lives for Fu. Literally, that's their job. Their job is to protect Fu the entire time, and that in itself is a very big selfless act. In fact, it's one of the biggest selfless acts you could ever do. Somebody taking a bullet for you, somebody risking their life for you, is one of the most selfless things that anybody can ever do for you. So I ask you, and I ask myself, when was the last time you did something selfless for another person? We have this kind of like thing going on in this day and age where everybody is like, you know, protect your energy, sometimes say no to people, this and that, and I get that. That is very important, but I almost think that now we're borderline selfish people, because sometimes we're not thinking about helping others. Simon Sinek always says there is a space in the libraries called self-help, but there isn't a space called help others, and that's one of the biggest things that we're missing out in this world. When was the last time you helped somebody? Because when we're quick to say no, others are also quick to say no to you when you need it the most. So although, like I said, that Mugen and Jin on, you know, they kind of got roped into this because Fu saved their lives, it's about the fact that they do it anyway. Number 4, expressing gratitude. One of the most overlooked themes in Samurai Champloo is the fact that they are poor, hungry, broken, starving. They are starving because they're traveling and they had no real plan. They didn't pack anything. You know, they're just traveling to find this this samurai who smells of sunflowers. And I think to myself, and how grateful am I every day for the things that I'm eating, for the clothes on my back, for the shoes on my feet, for the little things. Because looking at what they were going through, the entire anime of them starving and stuff, like you saw, as soon as they had food, they were, you know, food she could eat. And they were just literally just eating their lives off because they didn't have no food to eat. The fact that you're sitting here watching this video is a privilege in itself. Do you know how many people do not have the internet? Ask yourself, when was the last time you really truly expressed your gratitude? Anyways guys, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you guys like this content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Join the Bravers, which is the family name for my subscribers, okay? And if you like this content, then don't forget to check out my podcast, man. There's like a whole bunch of episodes on there or whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye, love hearts and all that good stuff.